In this lesson, we're going to look at the first of three different types of if statements, and we're going to call this the simple if. So I'm going to use Notepad here, kind of like a whiteboard. So the way we form a simple if in Python is we write the keyword if followed by a relational expression. After the relational expression, we put a colon. The colon signifies that we're now ready to start the body of the if. The body of the if has to be indented, a couple of spaces, 2 or 3, up to tab. I don't like to use tab, but you can use tab. And then inside the indentation is where you'll put Python statements of any type. Of course, you can also have more than one relational expressions. You could have RE1 followed by a logical operator followed by the statements. And then, of course, you could have RE1 or RE2 followed by the statements. The way the if statement works is that the relational expression is tested. If the relational expression is true, then the statements inside the body, in other words, indented from the if, are executed. And they're only executed if the relational expression is true. So in the next two examples, the whole statement must be true, just like with the or, must be true in order for the statement or statements to be executed. And that's all there is to it. So let's look at an example in Python. So let's minimize that, bring up our window, clear the screen. We'll work in Python 3.0 this time. We're going to write a script for this. We're not going to do it interactively. So we're going to call this ifstatement.py. Let me adjust it on the screen here just a bit. There we go. All right. So to demonstrate how the if statement works, we're going to write a simple little payroll program. So we'll ask the user to enter the number of hours worked, then we'll store it in a variable hours worked. We'll assign the rate, although we could ask for the rate also. Just to make this program a little simpler, I'll assign the rate. Now here's where our if statement comes in. Here we say if hours worked is greater than 40, followed by the colon. Then I drop down to the next line and I indent. Then I'll say gross pay is equal to 40 hours times the rate of pay plus the number of hours worked minus 40 times the rate times 1.5 to represent time and a half. If, on the other hand, the hours worked is less than or equal to 40, then gross pay is equal to the hours worked times the rate. Just as simple as that. And then we can print gross pay. And remember, to concatenate a numeric value, we have to convert it to string. So we'll convert it to string to display it. So there's our program or script. So let's exit and save. Then we'll run our script. So it says enter the hours worked. Let's enter 45. And then it computes the gross pay. Let's run it again. This time, let's set the hours worked to 20. And 20 times 25 is 500. So that's correct. So looking at the program again one more time, we see how the if statement worked. The program looks at this relational expression and decides whether it's true or false. If it's true, then it executes the statement below. Otherwise, it does nothing. Then it moves down to the next if statement and analyzes this relational expression. If hours worked is less than or equal to 40, then it executes this statement instead. It's possible that we really don't need to have two relational expressions tested because either hours worked is greater than 40 or it's less than or equal to 40. So in that case, we want to use the second version of the if statement called the if-else statement, and we're going to see how to do that in the next lesson.